Welcome back to Riding Bikes in San Diego. We are on Fairmount right now heading towards Meade, and typically I hang a right on Meade and go through Kensington a bit to get back to Normal Heights. But today I'm going to go straight into City Heights. This is southbound, and I find it interesting that the bike lane is on Fairmount and it continues into either Kensington or Talmadge, but if you want to go into City Heights, you don't get that option. This is a YMCA over here to the left, and the bike lane can't even make a solid connection with that. The front doors are right behind our rear view there, but a lot of families go here, a lot of young people with bicycles, a lot of older folks with bicycles. They have a parking garage, but people want to ride their bikes in the neighborhood to get to the spot, and there's no bike lane here, at least on this block. And when you cross El Cajon Boulevard, it doesn't get any better for a number of blocks. I find this interesting. City Heights is typically an area that struggles more economically. They struggle more with resources than other places in the city, specifically Kensington and Talmadge. So I just find it curious that the bike lane serves the people of Kensington and Talmadge, but really not the people of City Heights, or people like me who want to go through City Heights. I'm going to go through it and eventually get over to South Park, which we're not going to do that whole ride today. But City Heights is a excellent place. It's vital. It's necessary and important for people to be able to move safely through here. But unfortunately, it is one of the most car-serving neighborhoods we have in the city. The infrastructure is almost all for cars. Although we did get into the bike lane, you can see it here in this door zone. We're on this now, and we're going to take this down to Landis. And traffic moves pretty slowly. I kind of wonder if the drivers on Fairmount in this section are even a little more patient with bicycles, because a lot of people do ride bicycles around City Heights, and everybody knows that the infrastructure is lousy. And even when we have infrastructure, there are just drivers who are going to park in it. There's a big construction site happening over here. Part of me wants to be sympathetic to that and see it, but I'll also bet that there's an alley or something on the other side of this. There just seems to be other places to park. Maybe do what the construction on Montezuma does and move the barrier out more consistently so that there's designated room in another space. After University, the bike lane just stops again, though. I don't know why there's all this starting and stopping. I was out with a friend yesterday who works in city news and politics and everything, and I was like, why are all these gaps in the bike lane? And they suggested that sometimes it's not as nefarious or intentional as one would think. Sometimes it's just been delegated so far down the line that like there's just a worker, an engineer who's like trying to get out of work by 5 o'clock and kind of is like, all right, well, this is what we're going to do. And then it's just not a priority for anyone above them to check and make sure and, make it a priority for us to be safe on these lanes. We're going to hang this right here. This is Landis, and now the bike lane starts up. This was a project Sandag did a while ago, and it's a good one, We have a buffer that's gigantic for a minute there, which makes me wonder, what else is possible? It's maybe there's room for more parking there. I don't know. Maybe something. Maybe the parking can go on the other side of the bike lane, so that way there's actual protection for people riding bikes. We get a roundabout here, and that's easy enough to take. I like the etching on the roundabouts. Actually, when they were installing the ones on Meade, they were getting some of the neighborhood names messed up, and so they sandblasted, Kensington when it was still Normal Heights or something like that, and or they sandblasted North Park on University Heights portion, and that was something that had to get redone. But we get a few of these. I like roundabouts. Some people complain that drivers can go right over the edge of them and the lip of them, and that's true, they can. That's a specific height made to accommodate emergency vehicles, but still, for the most part, slows drivers down. The big problem is when the road narrows in such a way that it's not clear that somebody on a bicycle needs to get over and prepare for it. Like here, you just get that triangle that butts out. Triangle's fine with me, but um, if you're on a bike and you don't expect it and there's a driver sitting there or driving along behind you and they don't expect it, it could be a point of conflict. Once again, the bike lane just stops here. We got a sidewalk, but I want to get into this park because a bike lane starts up again. The gaps in the bike lanes are consistent throughout the city, but they are also in City Heights. There's a skate park right there too, and we get this wonderful bridge that goes over the 15. And I love these bridges. I just love opportunities to connect the neighborhoods and make it so that people don't have to go all the way up to a road like University just to get over. And there's a school over here, and we're just gonna keep on with it. I mean, really, this has been a wonderful project, and I love that it's here. I love that it is an option for when I want to ride someplace like South Park without having to go through Normal Heights and then through North Park. Because we all know 30th Street is a bit hit or miss, even though they have the bike lane, there's a lot of interruptions to it. This is a very low traffic way to go, and I think that more people should ride this way. So if you need to get from Fairmount to City Heights or North Park south of University, South Park, Golden Hill, Balboa Park, this is an option I really think that you should consider. When this dedicated bike lane ends at the other end of the park here, we get a little bit of sharrows, but it just takes a block or two before an actual painted bike lane starts up. And I mean, there's some intention here. Actually, I had mentioned head-in parking earlier, and it looks like they did that here, back-in parking rather. And like I said, it's so quiet because this is just a residential area that it feels safer than being on a main street like University, El Cajon, or 30th. Even though it's not dedicated lanes, that driver stopped to let me go, which was good because I don't think I had a stop sign anyway. And it's just beautiful being in the neighborhood. Yeah, here we go. The bike lane starts up here. So we'll end it for this ride. Thanks for coming along with me on this ride from Fairmount through City Heights. And we're actually not through City Heights yet. This is going to go through a little jog that gets to Marlboro. Maybe we'll look at that another day. Thank you for the members of this channel, those who are riding along and chipping in a few bucks every month. I appreciate you. And from here, we are going to drive less and ride a bike. Thanks.